All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in action. We have got the quarterfinals of the Invitational tournament for you between David Alcaide from Spain and Shane van Boening. Breaking from the same side that Shane broke from in his last 16 match. And David looking to make the corner ball, missed that one, made the one in the side. He also overcut his cue ball, so if your cue ball ends in the lower half of the table, it means you overcut. So you hit the one ball too thin. And so he made the one ball, but only got the pink 4 to cross the breaking line, which means he collected 2 break points, and you need 3 to make it a legal break. So Shane with a shot on the 2, elevating. 3 ball is down below here, so he's going to have to screw his cue ball probably in between, hitting the orange, so in between the orange and brown. I don't think he's able to. He could technically, theoretically stun it to where the template rack is, but that's hard. It's a hard tip position to apply. Let's see. Never mind. Fooled us all, or fooled me anyway. So Shane leaving the 2 ball nice out into the open, which makes it a lot harder to hit as opposed to if he would have left it close to a rail or close to a corner. So David only having 1 chance to hit this. Oh, he hit it at a fairly soft speed. Wow, if he doesn't give a shot away, that would be quite nifty, but did offer Shane the pot. Naturally, his cue ball would roll into the pink 4, so he's going to have to apply some bottom right spin, which means he's elevating, making the shot all that more hard, and has to come back down for the 3 if he were to attack, but he isn't. Still getting my commentator's groove on. So, made 2 wrong calls where I thought he was going to attack, and sure enough, he didn't. Alright, so it's not easy, is it? Yeah, that's the only way you can hit it, and you can only hit the 2 ball straight, full in the face, or to our left. So he doesn't even have our right side of the 2 ball to hit. So it takes away about 30% of his hit capability. So good safety by Shane. Although David could get away with this if he hits it, if he makes it, if he hits it. Kind of sold out either way. 3-7 rolled up into a nice little married cluster. So what would you do here? Shane probably has to hit the rail first to make the 2. And you can kind of, I'm trying to imagine how he could hit it. He will hit it, but how he can create something. If he hits the lower side of the 3 and then makes his cue ball. Bit of a double kiss situation going on there, but I guess hit it at a good positive speed. It's sometimes half the job if you don't know exactly what's going to happen. Alright, so is he straight in, or does he have an angle to work with? If he's straight, he's going to screw it straight back with a lot of bottom right spin. Zip. Ooh, got away with that one. Alright, so finally he's kind of in line for his run out. So wants to keep like a 30-degree angle on the 5 ball to make himself maneuverable to the green 6. Martin's back in the booth with me. We're just going to exchange microphones. Let us know in the chat how the levels are kind of his microphone, my microphone, the audience ambience. I don't know if Martin maybe turned that off. Anyway, let us know how you're feeling, what you're thinking about this tournament, what you'd like to see. Welcome anyway.
Hey guys, let me turn on the microphone, second one. Yeah, we're back. Let me get out of this studio.
So Shane in great line here. Just wants to draw his cue ball back ever so slightly.
Okay, now this won't work.
So we're playing races to 8. So short little races, alternate break. This is the Invitational tournament. This is not the main Bucharest Open tournament. Part of the Matchroom 9-ball World Series ranking. So all the players are here to automatically earn world ranking points, and could potentially, after all's been said and done, after around September, October, could lead you with a Mosconi Cup place. So I think the first 3 of the rankings are going directly into the European Mosconi team and the American Mosconi team, and then the captains have 2 wild card picks left. Anyway, that's for a few months down the line.
Okay, first rack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Shane going 1 up. Not sure if the director is.
And we have the cream of the crop of European top players, and we have, as you can see, Shane van Boening, current world 9-ball champion, who just beat Wojtek Szewczak, the current world 10-ball champion. And we also have the nice surprise of the Ko brothers being in the house. I mean, you know, it's a pretty sight seeing Taiwanese pool royalty here in Romania and Bucharest. And they're probably going to feature at some point, hopefully in the stream tonight, but definitely somewhere along the weekend. So we'd love for you to stick with us. As Shane has broken the balls, but he's left a bit of a cluster, so not a straightforward run out at all. Now he's going to open up this cluster, or is he going to play safe when he gets there? Well, you'd love to open this up, but there's a ball in between. The green, or sorry, the pink 4 is in the way of that action. So he could keep an angle on the 3, about the same angle where his cue ball is now, to break open that 5-7 cluster after he makes the 3 ball. But that angle is hard to manufacture off the current position he's facing.
So we fixed the heart rate monitors. It should be working now. Okay, let me just add the score here for Shane. He went for the cross corner bank and he left it in the pocket.
Yeah, you either want to make it or you want to hit it kind of bad on the thin side, so that the 2-ball travels back and would leave it safe on the bottom rail here. But he kind of hit it too good, but just not good enough to make it, so it wobbled in the pocket and stayed there. So David, he's maybe got a direct hit, or else you can always make it rail first.
I think he'll go rail first and then try to come up with the cue ball.
Avoiding the pink 4 off of that second rail. Nice.
That's a good shot.
Did well.
Well, he almost actually solved that puzzle with the 5 and 7.
I think he's got the angle now to stun draw into it. But you can't really generate enough speed with that draw, so you probably snooker yourself on the 4 ball. So looking to break open the cluster from the 4 ball. As you can see, it just pointed. He would like to shoot the pink 4 into the right side pocket. I think. Is he going to draw it? Yeah, so spin taking.
Not enough. I think maybe.
Doesn't look like it.
No. I think he's got the wrong angle.
If he's got the wrong angle, he's going to be hard pressed to get to the top side of the table with a decent safety opportunity.
Yeah, tough shot.
And that's why David is kind of trying to figure it all out. Let us know in the chat. We don't constantly have the chat up, but let us know any questions you may have. let us know about the microphone levels. Did we have the room atmosphere volume on, or is it totally switched off?
No. It's like halfway. So yeah, well, it was. We had comments before that was actually okay. So let me just open up this.
So Shane. Oh, so David never
Mic
hit
1
a rail.
sounds good. So mic 2 not good. More volume or.
So Andrew, the heart rate info is being gathered by letting the players wear bracelets on their right stroke arm. You can see Shane there here with a black bracelet, and that's monitoring the heart rate that's coming from his wrist. So we're up to our highest viewer number, and we thank you for joining us. We think you're a lovely audience. Now, the more the merrier, and really, if you can spare the 2 seconds to press the like, the love, the share button, then that would be greatly appreciated to let more people get in contact with pool that maybe have never been. Maybe tell your friends about it that maybe are not aware.
Yeah, we got pool royalty in the house. Good matches coming up. Obviously, we're gonna feature them on the live stream as much as we can. Shane underhit the position on the 9 ball a little bit, but no problem. He sunk the 9 ball, so
Yeah, it's gonna be a pool party, really, and not the wet kind, but your favorite.
Yeah, David to break. Let's see what he comes up with after the break. Oh, that's a good break.
That is a good break. That's the one I need.
Yeah, he actually controlled the 1 ball for the corner, but yeah, well, the 2 spoiled the party a little bit for an easy run out. So he has to come up with a good shot here to control the 1 ball off the 2. I think he just slow rolls this. No, he didn't. Oh wow. Okay, nice. Jerry, well, the main camera that you see now is a fixed camera set up to have one position, and the tournament director who actually chose this angle feels that this is actually the best angle for viewing pool. Yeah, well, it's debatable, but I think it's okay, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess in that way you can see the players, the seated players at the
Yeah,
top
a little
of
bit
the
of
screen.
atmosphere.
It gives a bit of room for our sponsors that make this event possible.
Yeah.
In a way, I'd love to have a zoom in just on the blue playing felt, let's say, so you can really even see the spins on the cue ball. But we don't have a multiple camera situation here.
No, not yet.
We're happy to bring you this, and we're happy you're watching this with us all. World-class pool for the next 4 days here, and yeah, we'd love to know your thoughts about what you're seeing, about what you would like to see. Any questions you may have, please direct them to myself, Rico Diks, and Martin Sawicki. We're going to be here all weekend, and yeah, as you can maybe hear in our voices, we're relaxedly excited about what's taking place and what's going to be happening in the next 3 days.
Yep. So David coming up with a break and run of his own. So David broke the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was about time that he made himself count, because going 3-0 down against Shane Van Boening is, nobody would like to be doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep a score or a tally at least of the lowest heart rate and the highest heart rate, so you'll be hearing about that. Shane with his cut break, trying to make the red 3, did so. Ooh, the 1 ball hit the point, and that will drop as well.
Chip on the 2 ball, I think. Don't know what he has to do to get shape.
It's a tricky one.
Ball.
Top right, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
You can't avoid hitting the brown 7, kind of, especially at speed. But you can only hit the top side of the brown 7.
He's gonna go 3 rails.
Watch for a smooth cue ball zipping off of the second rail at least. This is about as good as he could have done. But yeah, this
moving the rag just to be sure that it doesn't hamper his position.
Yeah, we have custom-made Bucharest Open 2022 template racks. If you're interested in getting those, I think they're available for a mere €10.
So Outsville Accurac, right?
Yeah, it looks like it. But yeah,
Good shot.
pure Shane stroke.
Looks like 3-1. Yeah. Just this position. 7 ball. Okay.
I think what I'm going to try to do during these next 4 days, or after today, is also try to get you some player interviews before, after their matches, how they're feeling, what they're up to in general, how they're approaching this tournament. Yeah, you know, lots of stuff to ask. So
yeah, that will be on the stream as well. Yeah, I'll be doing the interviews.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing some.
I think today we're going to have an interview with the winner of this event. I'm not sure. Tournament director hasn't decided yet, but stay tuned for that.
The second mic has echo on it. Jerry, you want to hear me? All right, that's not good.
Echo. Okay, that's new.
So Shane up 3-1.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, it's always in the top of your screen, as you can see where the players are sitting. So never mind our score. You know, we'll try to keep it up to date, but we're so busy sweating these matches that sometimes we're just forgetful about the score. So Shane is sitting in his chair with about 123 heart rate, while Alcaide at the table chilling out.
Chilling out at
75.
75.
Well, he's trailing 3-1, so he's pretty relaxed. Pretty relaxed kind of guy, isn't he? So the pink 4,
Yeah.
is what he's working towards now, and not ideal angle on the blue 2, really. If he's going to follow it, his cue ball is going to come off the top rail towards the brown 7.
He's looking at the combo.
It's a long bit. I mean, it's a straight-in combo-ish, but
Yeah. I think he can like get there from the side with a little bit of top left, maybe go in between the 7 and the 4. I'm not sure.
yeah, quite a bit of talent required, though.
Yeah.
So does my microphone still have echo on it? Home viewers, let me know, because we all know how
I
annoying.
can see the gauge here, and
Yeah, it's definitely not too loud, but sometimes.
yeah, it doesn't get into the red zone.
So David,
Oh, you bumped.
flicked the 4 in a kind of fortunate way. Your
Yeah.
mic is great.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds good. That's better than good.
Second
Okay.
mic, so that's mine, or
I don't know. I think
I can imagine mine having an echo. I did turn up the gain.
we'll
on-
assume everything is all right. David, in prime position after that fortunate flick on the 4.
Oh, mine. Okay, mine is echo. Okay. Well, let me just try something. Yeah, so David about to run out here.
Yeah, we're kind of the same heart rate, and Shane's even gone up. So it's interesting. And I think maybe Shane has a higher heart rate sitting down than when he's playing. So it's almost.
Yeah, Robert mentioned it that most of the players have their heart rate goes up when they're sitting down. Actually,
Yeah.
you know, maybe if there's a 100K on the line and it's hill. And obviously, because due to the pandemic, 2020 and 2021 did not happen. And now we're back. House is packed. Everybody forgot COVID. Again. So Shane broke. You can see the 2-ball. But I don't know if he has a shot. It's in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, I think he does, and I think if he spins this after making the... Yeah, I think he can make it. It's more about the position on the 3 he's looking at, so he's trying to be where the orange 5 is, kind of. But
yeah, or go past the 9 and then go, I don't know, close.
Yeah, so he can stun it into the left corner as much as he can, as close to the top left corner pocket as he can. And then with the spin, that should avoid, should bring him, what am I talking about? It should bring him towards the 9 on the right side rail.
And now he's checking for a slow roll with a little bit of spin and then keeping it.
Yeah, I kind of would like that, because that's all you need really, but the 5 is a big ball.
But you have to get perfect.
Yeah, but it's only, let's say, one, at least it's a natural roll with a bit of spin, so no speed required really. So knowing Shane, he doesn't like all that soft rolly stuff. He would rather punch it into the corner. Blop. But now he needs to go past the 9, end up on the right rail. Oh, perfect. Very good. Nice. So prime position. Just a little follow through for the pink 4 in the left side.
Smooth saving there for Shane. Oh wait. Diks. I keep forgetting the scoreboard, guys. Sorry about that.
So Shane staying at about 130 heart rate while he's sitting down or whether he's running out. So a bit too much angle, yeah, because he can't pass the green on the right side.
Follow a little bit, right? Well,
can he?
Maybe he can.
I think he can.
And then
just roll it in softly.
Yeah, this side, I think. Yeah. Shane's at this cue ball on the string for the last couple of runs, right?
Yeah.
Some good position.
Yeah, he's played quite a few hours. Shane's been here ever since he got knocked out of the World Pool Masters in Gibraltar. Flew over here before any of the other players did, and has been enjoying Romanian hospitality and enjoying this table because he's been.
I think he only played on this table.
Yeah, he's been glued to it for the last 3 days.
Yeah, he got knocked out his first round by a rookie actually. Who I think it's the first time that a rookie went to the final in the World Pool Masters. It's actually a really good performance from Ho Sung from Hong Kong. Yeah, Shane. She was trained like 6'3", I think. Came back 6'6" and did a bad error in the last rack, and then got ball in hand. He gave ball in hand away to Lo Ho Sung.
Yeah. And Lo Ho Sung could have won. Well, couldn't have won, but he had a chance to go 7-4 up against Joshua Filler in the final. Didn't do that, and that's all she wrote. And then it was.
I think he made a mistake on the 3 ball, and he missed a cut shot on the 6, and then he never got it back.
And then those times it's really when Joshua Filler turns on the fire, really, and kind of just waltzes over people, whether it be through shot making or breaking and running out or playing one nifty little safety. It's just keeping control then for like a 10-minute period, which kind of wins him the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, well done to Joshua Filler, the 2022 World Pool Master. Back to this game, quarterfinal of the Kamui Invitational. Quarterfinal between Shane and David Alcaide. All right. Will that work?
He didn't hit him perfect. He didn't make
I think he can stun his cue ball about 2 balls width to the right of where his 1 ball is for position on the 3. Could be all he needs, unless he's dead straight, then he would have to kind of screw it back to where his cue ball is now. That's such a hard shot, isn't it? So
I think, I think he's gonna take his medicine a little, draw back a little bit, and then take the harder shot on the 3. I'm not sure he can't cut it.
Yeah, Julian, sometimes we have a few bugs we're trying to fix with the heart rate monitors. Maybe it isn't correct indeed that Shane stays at 132. It's kind of like his record is stuck at the same BPM. Oh, there he goes, 135. So
it's Bluetooth. It can get some interference, if they're close to each other.
140 while he's sitting down. Crazy, isn't it? Well, he hasn't done anything. He just was watching David break.
He went 180 at one point a couple of years ago. Wow.
So unless he played for the 3-9 combo, I mean, that would be deft.
But it was a good shot.
So if he's not playing the combo, what is he doing? He is playing the combo. Maybe following his cue ball all the way to hide it behind the 7, if anything.
He is obviously now looking at the combo because he can play like a 2-way shot,
It's kind of like a
cue ball
for a 5-2 or a 4-3.
Yeah, it was always going to be
okay,
safe.
Yeah, nice shot. Kind of like a there goes the sponsor board. Shane, just don't break the place, all right? Right, so Shane,
he's got a long cue. That's why.
That's true. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. Actually, with players using the extension now, they almost have to make the arenas bigger, isn't it? Like the board on the right with the
board
previous.
on the right is actually in the way.
Yeah, if you're stuck on the long rail, you might need to get it moved. Or maybe Shane can clip this 3.
I think he can and send it towards the 4 ball.
I mean, these are my most difficult shots.
Yeah.
Snooker players are so good at those, and then bringing the cue ball back to bulk.
Yeah.
Different game, but.
Yeah.
All right, so David with that nifty little 2-way shot on the 3-9 combo gives himself an opportunity.
Yeah, you can get back in the match with this.
Yeah, after this, it's kind of connect the dots. Where if you play a stop shot on the 5, it gives you position on the 6. Kind of a stop shot on the 6 gives you position on the 7, etc. That's a lovely way to travel, or to hardly travel, isn't it? All right, so it's going to do this zip. Yeah, David not happy with his touch and kind of positional play yet.
Yeah, he was pointing the way he wanted to be. He's going to go 3 balls now. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see if he
yeah, quite a large funnel to kind of play position, and margin for error was quite large there, but yeah, not ideal.
Not ideal, but still good. Like a soft drag. Yeah, for me that was a draw drag shot, and he stung it a little bit, so that's why should be able to make it. And position is automatic if you
hit the 8 ball a little bit thicker. That meant the cue ball traveled a little bit further to the right and didn't roll through the middle of the table.
Yeah.
So a bit of a tester here. We don't expect him to miss, but
good shot from David.
Let us know in the chat what your favorite formats would be if they're not yet being played. But I would love to see a best of 3 sets. Maybe races to 8 10 ball, 9 ball. So you can lose a set if you know whether it be alternate break or winner break. You can lose it 8-0, same as in tennis. But then it's only a set lost, and you could still win 2-1 in sets or something. And then if you've lost, you've done enough wrong. I would.
It would be a nightmare for organizers.
Yeah.
The tournament would take like 4 days long than usual.
That's very true, and I know they don't like it, but I know football matches are always the same kind of time, but a lot of other sports, baseball, tennis especially, it can be 5 sets or it can be 3 sets.
Yeah.
I know it's a TV kind of nightmare not knowing how long it's going to take, or not a nightmare, but they love to know how long everything's going to take. But yeah, I would love there to be one format, because I think all the good games in the world, they have a set format. All the good sports, golf, tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis for the normal tour, best of 3 sets, but for the big ones, for the majors, best of 5 sets.
I think
I would love to see that.
Organizers did know this actually shortened the finals. The final was back in the day. It was a race to 17. It was a real tester. You could relax. You can come back, win or breaks. Now it's a race to 13. And the final is still a little bit longer, but I really like the World Championships of the final race to 17. The rest was 11, 13. I was looking at the chat and someone mentioned Richard Allison. Okay, Shane didn't run a 11 pack. He ran 11 straight racks. He won 11 straight racks. He actually shot 3 break-in runs. Then he hooked Compagnie, and then he ran 7. So it was
that in the race to 13?
Yeah. It was the second set.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I commentated on that. He was 5-2 up, and then he ran out to 13 after that. So 7 racks.
There's still 10 ball.
Yeah, and Shane made 6 balls on one of his 10 ball break.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And Compagnie was laughing in the background while losing the set. He was kind of just chuckling to himself, like how unbelievable Shane breaks. I know what you're saying. The guy sitting down has a lower heart rate, or shooting has a lower heart rate, but that's actually the way it is. Often the case that the player sitting has a higher heart rate than the player shooting. So it's almost like you're a fish in water and like a fish out of water. If you're not at the table, you don't know what to do with yourself.
The pros also know how to handle, the nerves at the table. It could be that if you're an amateur and you start playing and you feel pressure, then your heart rate obviously goes up. But these guys, it's a little bit different.
Ooh, so a bit of an awkward bump from David. Yeah. Should have never got close to the 9, really.
Yeah, I think he overcut.
So this is David's chance to either tie the game up or go back to 2 games deficit again, and doesn't want to go there again. So what's he going to do here? There's no use cutting the left side of this 4. So would love to leave his cue ball behind the green 6. Of course, doesn't want to give the 4-9 combo up.
That was fair.
And he's going to leave it beauty. And no jump shot. Yeah, that's about it.
David does a lot of 3 cushion, and he knows how to thin balls.
Yeah, that, and he also kind of knows the weight of the cue ball very well. Is very important in 3 cushion billiards. I like his game. He's got a good feel for. Ooh! Almost performed the shot of the match. Will he leave a shot? Yes, he will. So that's safety by David. Gave him the chance to tie up this ball game.
Someone is asking what the purpose is of the heart rate. Well, it's actually a fun feature to see how people play and how they're actually the heart rate tells a lot about pressure and stuff like that. So
yeah, exactly. Like Jerry is mentioning in the chat, to show the pressure, or maybe someone who's in a very tense situation has an extremely low heart rate. You know, it's so interesting to see it. I think it's almost a bit intrusive to the players, like it's showing an intimate side to the players. But no, I think it's a great feature. I would love to have it in the matchroom tournament, really, where it's a one-table arena with an audience, TV cameras. There might be a few extra BPMs added to players' heart rates.
Yeah, so successful hook from David. Shane sold out, and we're all square, I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk around the arena and try to get some scores for you guys.
The whole tournament, the entire event, and you'll see some spikes for sure. And I think it's kind of cool. So David broke off. He's got the 2 ball inside. Not an easy position from the rail where he's at. Yeah, well, that's it, and Tochi. We were supposed to get a bracket on the IDM page. You can check the IDM page, and I'll just have a quick look. Just a second. Yeah, go on Facebook, go follow IDM, and then you'll be able to find out who the players are in the first one. I know that Victor won his first match, Victor Zielinski. I'm gonna get you that bracket.
All right, safety by David. Not quite, unless he gets the cue ball cover. Yeah, David not happy yet. I mean, when I was checking into my hotel about 3 hours ago, they just arrived from the airport, so it's been a traveling day for David.
Yeah, we got some updates from Robert.
All right, here we come, guys.
So Noyuki Oi against Victor Zielinski. Noyuki is 6-2 up. That's going really fast.
Is that the quarterfinal or the last 16?
No, that was the quarterfinal. Last 16 is all over.
Cool.
Ralph is up 3-1 against Little Ko. Alex Lady against Sanjin Petrivanovic. That's 2-all. Getting at the moment, and Shane is running out, it seems.
Well, if those are the quarterfinal, this is a quarterfinal. Victor is a quarterfinal.
Yeah,
Ralph.
it's all a quarterfinal. Ralph won his match against Marcus, and Little Ko against Ciprian.
Okay, so then that's all the matches that are happening, is it? 4 matches.
Yeah, 4 matches.
So sorry.
And Lely won. Yeah,
Who beat Kopi?
Kopi is not taking part in this
okay.
one.
It's too
There
bad.
was no spot for him.
All right, so Shane with too much angle on the 7 needs to send his cue ball around 3 rails if he is to cut it in the left side. Could bank it and screw it back. It's all a bit aggressive and a bit wild. I think he's going to cut it in the side.
Stream is going nuts. Tell me exactly what is going on.
Ooh, Shane banked it, missed the bank, made the bank, missed the bank, made the bank. Here we go. 4 rail bank by Shane. Gives a apologetic wave, but not really sorry, to David, and he's going to take the lead if he makes this 9. 5-4. 460 viewers currently. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the business end of this quarterfinal match between Shane and David. Race to 8. One with as many people as possible. But we're really happy you're joining us. Shane to break for a potential 6-4 lead. Would love not to see David at the table in this rack. Trying to make the black 8 in the left corner pocket. All right.
Move cut a little bit. Got a friendly bump.
Yeah, so it's
the balls.
Either the corner ball and sometimes the ball below the corner ball, which in this case was the red 3, which went in. They both tend to go towards that bottom left corner pocket if you're breaking from the side Shane is currently breaking from.
Antochi, to answer your question, he lost his first match against Victor Zelinsky.
So Shane with a stun drawback for the 2-ball in the side, wants to keep the tiniest of angles.
That's David Alcaide. Sorry to bump in.
No, all good.
Ooh, I thought you were cut.
Yeah. So too much angle on this 2, although he's fortunate he can naturally thread his cue ball in between the pink and green.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, well, he's got an angle. He's got too much angle. I don't think he can hold it. Maybe. No, see, he had to go. He can.
Careful not to go behind the 6. No, never in doubt.
Good shot.
So back in line. Can choose to shoot the 5 in the same pocket as this pink 4 by stun drawing his cue ball, or leave it there. I think that's what he'll do. It's a natural shot that you can just roll in and you kind of get the position for free. But although Shea is a bit of a stun draw player, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually a shot in between a stun and a...
this one?
Yeah, it was like a stun follow, a little bit of everything. it's a Shane shot. It's a Shane shot.
Yeah, a little bit like half a tip above center ball. Not follow through, not using backspin. Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Nice. Good to hear.
OTCB Bigs, you can see the players' names in the scoreboard on the right-hand side below the Kamui logo.
Yeah, maybe it could be enlarged. It's quite small.
It is. For us.
It does say Alcaide.
Yeah.
If you're watching it on your phone, it's going to be even smaller.
Yeah, phone is, you have to get good eyes.
If you're watching it on your iPhone watch, then it's going to be hard to decipher any balls. All right, so Shane a bit straight on this 7, but could leave it right there.
Yeah, Shane looked good here.
Sometimes Shane's stroke reminds me a bit of Oliver Ortman's stroke, kind of like of course Ortman had his arm a lot more sideways, but just that kind of dominant, big pre-strokes.
Yeah.
Not afraid to use big cue ball action. Jimmy, I don't know.
No, me neither. I'm not sure.
He may be doing that on the side, but most players are busy now with the busy Matchroom calendar and Predator tournaments that are on offer. So, the top 50 pool players in the world are kind of traveling in the same directions, playing the same tournaments for the last 6 months.
Competing.
So Shane sitting down with a almost 140 heart rate. David chilling out while breaking.
There's a big difference between them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. David, a lower heart rate actually all the time. And
it's true, yeah.
Shane did have a low right in the beginning. I don't know.
So David made a ball, snookered on the 1 ball, double snookered on the 1 ball.
Okay, so Shane's
push out. Where would you push out to, viewers? Yeah, that's sometimes the case between the 4 and the 5, Rakesh. They're severely different when you're actually playing, but on TV they sometimes look the same. Yeah.
It could be the color profile on your MacBook. I had that issue as well. I'm working with video editing, and I have to have a certain color
Nice.
temperature on my computer. But when I set it to just regular, it just changed, and the difference is noticeable.
Jessica, there are no brackets live for this. We have 8 players left in the quarterfinals of the Invitational, while David is pushed out with another cluster created, which is pretty nifty. So
yeah, well, there's so 8 players left. I think the winner of this match will play the winner of Victor and Noyuki.
in the semis.
Yeah, in the semis, and
then
Alex Lely against Petr Ivanovic will play Suke and
Shamat.
No, Shamat and Suke was first round.
Okay.
Suke against wow, short-term memory. Who's left? Oh yeah, and Little Co. Little Co is playing Suke.
Oh, nice. Alright, so Shane opting to take this shot. Not the best kick hit, although he might get something out of it. Not really. David gonna play the 1-6 combo, or yeah, 1-6. But Shane also aware while playing that kick that the 3-8 is still something to play for. So it wasn't all riding on. The whole game wasn't riding on this one ball.
For this.
Yes.
I think he'll try to play safe somehow.
Yeah, the combo is too inviting, isn't it? I mean, yeah, and if he gets a certain position on the 2, he could make the 2 and then run into the 3.
Yeah, see? He didn't sell out a shot though.
So now what? So Shane could...
So Victor and Noyuki, that match is still ongoing. Victor with a little bit of a comeback, 6-5 down, but he was 6-2 down. Ralph, Little Co, 3-2. Lady 3-2 up against Petr Ivanovic. So lately,
yeah, ladies going. Would love to see Alex on the live stream. He's very knowledgeable. Whoa.
Whoa. Okay. We
trick shot.
I didn't set up the replay yet. I wanted to see that again. What did he do? What happened there? He made the ball that was hanging over the pocket, right?
Well, now he shot the cue ball into the 6. Caromed the cue ball off of the 1 ball into the 6 and the 1 into the 3-8 cluster. Nice.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then everything else went wild. All right.
Yeah, he did solve the puzzle.
Yeah, so this...
But this position is...
I mean, he can maybe, if he gives it a lot of check side, he can maybe just come before hitting.
That's what he's doing, but it will be a thick hit. I think it will slide. I don't think it will grab.
He would love to leave his cue ball by the right side pocket. Then he would have a shot on the 2.
Yeah.
So he's aiming with a touch of left, as you can maybe see. But it needs to not be hard, it needs to be a smooth shot. Yeah. So that the
like
take.
this. Yeah. Did it get there?
That will do. So now, of course, the 9 not being in the way, but you can only let his cue ball run naturally. So if you have an angle like this on any kind of pot, your cue ball will go directly into the rail and come straight out. So if you have an angle like this, or even thinner cut, your cue ball will always go directly into the rail and come straight out. So that's what he needs, I think. Yeah.
That's a good shot. Now he has to maneuver the cue ball
yeah, it's not easy.
off the 8 ball.
So he's probably going to hit the 8 fairly thick, so that's going to take quite a bit of speed out of the cue ball. So top left, oh, he's aiming down.
He's actually drawing. Draw off the 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Wow, good shot.
Beautiful shot that was. All right, so solve that little conundrum. Now back to Shane run-out mode.
Okay, 3-3 Lely and Petrivanovic, Ralph 3-3, 6-6 Victor and Oi. So that's gonna potentially go all the way in all matches.
Yeah, looking forward to those final rack deciders that we're undoubtedly going to get this weekend, and what the heart rate does then. David hasn't just flatlined.
He's still alive, folks. Don't worry.
It's working with Bluetooth, and sometimes that lags behind.
Yeah, I think.
Anyway, Shane taking a 7 racks to 4 lead, needing 1, and David needing the next 4 or else he's out. A few savvy veterans and all of the current world 9-ball and 10-ball champions on display here. Shane looking to close this match out without giving David a sniff.
Yeah, Shane's been playing good. Some tough runouts that he made. Is this going to be legal?
So again, didn't make the corner ball, but made the one below it.
He got a little bit lucky there. That was a miss hit on the cue ball, I think.
So this one needs a bit of quality to get either leave it. So for position on the red 3, leave it right there, or bring it center table.
Go center table, yeah.
Just make sure, of course, you don't snooker yourself. But he won't.
Yeah, he was better off overhitting this one. He actually came pretty good.
So could this be Shane into the semifinals to form part of the Fantastic Four of the Kamui Invitational 2022 here in the IDM Pool Club in Bucharest, Romania. Amazing pool club. Come and visit if you're not already here. You should be here.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure every Romanian pool player that lives in the Bucharest area is actually right here. Yeah, so Shane for the 7-9 combo on his side for a win. 8-4 against David Alcaide.